Love me some James Clear. If you haven't got any of his books, I encourage you to look him up, James Clear. He said this on Twitter, and I want to talk about this just real quick for you guys, and I want you guys to really think about this. He said this: double down on what is working best. Double down on what is working best. I want to talk to you about something I learned a long time ago from John Maxwell, amazing leadership guy. He talked about this. He said, you could be a 2 in something. A 2 from like 1 to 10 as far as skill. So 2 for me is Excel sheets. I'm at a 1 or a 2 on that. I don't want to mess with them. I don't like the formula thing. I don't like it. Some of you guys geek out on that, and you love Excel. I've seen people that way. I can think of somebody right now who they just want to be in Excel all day long. So weird to me. But I'm the super right brain creative type, not the logical left brain formula type. So why would I spend all my time and all my energy trying to go from a 1 into something I'm not passionate about? So I'm not going to get in my zone of genius if I'm not passionate about it. If you're not passionate about something, no matter how hard you work in it, you're not going to be able to have that breakthrough of success in that area. The whole idea is as you gain a little bit more traction, as you gain a little bit more wealth, you reinvest in yourself. What does that look like? You reinvest in allowing yourself to have freedom to only work in the things that create your zone of genius, the things that you're ultimately passionate about. So as you can afford it, you delegate everything else off to workers to have them handle it. Then you just coach and lead them and let them do it. I have somebody that just does Excel sheets. Perfect. Next, I'm not going to mess with that. Because if I work super hard and double down on Excel sheets, I may get to a 4 or 5. Am I in my zone of genius? Is that amazing? No. When I just hire somebody else to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you're a 2, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, or 5 in something, don't double down on those things. Don't work harder. If you're unpassionate about it, don't do that. Unless you absolutely have to. I mean, there's things, I'm doing something right now I absolutely hate to do, but I have to get it done. Tax time, all that stuff, accountants. So you just got to do it. You just got to suck it up and do it. But that's just a temporary thing. And I probably could, if I wanted to, delegate that to somebody else. I just feel like I can handle it. Take me a couple hours of my time and be done. Even though I don't like to do it. So sometimes we have to do the things that we don't like to do. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying double down on what is working best. What works best for you? Like for me, podcasting. I love podcasting. I have 3 podcasts. Tartle, T-A-R-T-L-E. That's a technology podcast. I have Higher Density Living. That's my spiritual podcast. And then I have my business and leadership podcast, ABQ Business Podcast. So whenever I'm looking at doubling down, I would want to double down on podcasting. I'd want to double down on studying about leadership, double down on business, double down on, stocks and listening to, I love watching CNBC. I know it's like old man type stuff, right? But these are the things that I would want to double down. It's almost like stocks are almost like a hobby for me. So the more I learn about them, the more I understand companies and their financials and momentum and all that stuff. I'm going to double down on what is working best for me. I enjoy it and I make money off of it. So guess what? That's a win-win. I'm going to double down on that. Find the things that you're passionate about. Find the things that you're great at and double down on those. In your marketing, what do you love to do? Think about it. In your sales, what do you hate making sales calls as an entrepreneur? But you love doing videos on the marketing side of things? Okay, double down on the videos. You can send a video email. You guys know that, right? I do this all the time. I don't want to type out, if I'm going to have to type out a long email, either I'm going to try to schedule a Zoom with them so they can see me, or I'm going to send a video email to them that they can open up and watch. I'm not going to type out some huge long thing that's going to take me 45 minutes and I got to read over it 3 or 4 times. Not going to do it. Not going to waste that time when literally I can make a video and that same email that would take 45 minutes would take 2 or 3 minutes because I can talk it out. Or I try to see if I can schedule a meeting with them. For me, the lazy way is the email way because I don't want to have an interaction with them. So that's me being lazy because my higher self would want to have a conversation to show love and light. to that person to serve that person. And the best way to serve that person instead of serving me is to have a conversation with me. But as introverted, a Slack, text, an email, a text message, those are things that I'd like to, having a phone call, stay away from, having a Zoom call, stay away from, those type of things. But I always have 99.9% of the time after the call, I'm always feeling amazing. And I know that I created a lot of positivity and I served the person and created a ton of value for them. So I know at the end of the day that it worked, if you know what I mean. So double down on what is working best. Write it down. What are you passionate about? Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, in your business world and in your personal life. And then double down on those things. The things that create positivity, the things that create success and abundance, double down on those. What is working best right now, find those things, make sure you're passionate about them, and then double down.
Thank you for joining us on the Albuquerque Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share. And go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.